All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to what is, I'm pretty sure, going to be the last episode of this series. Oop. It's, oh, it was fun. I can give it that. I can tell you that it was fun here. It was fun. It was really fun. All right. So, what we're wanting to do is the last two things we need to put down is some fire watch towers. So let's go see what all those need here. Soften this section. So we need lumber, metal, nails, and rope. All right, let's see what we got here. So we're definitely going to need some more lumber. Probably turn a stack of that into nails. Rope. That's a very weird cloth color for some reason. I have no idea why. It's supposed to be blue and it's like gray for some reason. That's weird. All right, so we need lumber first. How much lumber do we need? 20, it was 20 something, right? 25 per. Okay, I need another 2. And what are we missing now? I think we're missing nails. But we're missing now. 10 nails, we need 12, yeah. So we need a little bit more of the nails section. And now what are we missing? 25, 5. Was that not enough nails? Yeah, that was enough nails. I don't know why we can't make the item. Oh, we could. It just wasn't highlighted for some reason. Okay. That was an interesting little bug right there. So we're going to put down our one out back first. Let's see. Which side do I want it on? I'm not sure. I guess over here on this side, it's got more room. Yeah. Have the ladder facing this way for us. So we can see out there, but anything up close, we're not going to be able to see. And like, it's better when if we're in first person mode, but it's not going to be perfect. We can see like to there. All right. Cool. So we got that one done. Let's go and place the one out front. Yeah, it's unfortunately it can't go there. That tree's going to pop back in as soon as we relog, but yeah, we can't place it right there, unfortunately, because of being in the way of the vehicles, but we can place it right here. There we go. Nice little watchtowers to help us out with defense. All right, that was essentially it. But I do have a little bit of like, we need to do a tour, you know. So here's our place right here. Let's go up further. Get a little sky overview. This was awesome to build. I'm not gonna lie. It was challenging at parts, especially to getting the roof, figuring out that inside corner trick. That's just work. That just worked really, really well. Getting that inside corner done and things like that. Like that right there. It's it is what it is, but it works, man. It works. These inside corners work. It was a little tricky getting them done. Yeah, it was a little tricky getting them done, but we got it done. I still never figured out a good place for these things. This still's here, but I don't know since we can't like make things out of like stone or something. It's best just to leave that outside so it don't burn the place down, you know. Here's our bedroom. Got some furniture to set in if we could, some lights, uh, cupboards for storage. This one over here is for clothes. The other ones were like gunpowder and things, attachments. A dresser for more storage things, food, water. I didn't get unfortunately didn't get to finish this thing though, but that's okay. Nice little living room here. We can set backup generators in case we need them. Our generators down here is running good. We got an RV. We got the big rig. We got the sedan. We got the truck, the modified utility truck. Um, the buggy and the Humvee that we just purchased for 23,000, which I think is the most expensive one. We can check that a little bit. Storage turned out nice. Another little setting room in case we need to take a break. We got a jukebox, we got the trash can, got storage for our construction materials, another chair, uh, various weapons lockers, ammo locker, another storage crate. This didn't work out. We never got another one of these to make the big storage, which is what I wanted right there. An extra dresser that we don't really need out here is I think this turned out the best thing. The Hold on, let me turn on this so we can go back out because I need to talk about this. This was an awesome little mistake here. So our big rig couldn't fit in the normal garage. All right, we can't make the garage door go all the way down. So we had to raise everything up right here on this section of the roof. But it lent us the ability to make a roof over it and then continue on with this thing here, a little fenced in thing with some turrets in it. And I think that was just awesome that that came together like that once at that point. Uh, it just flowed together really after that in a lot of places. Um, Turn that off. But yeah, it just really came together after that in a lot of places. Um, this roofing section, I was actually planning on trying to join these two roofs together in an arch, like making it even taller, but it would have been just a bunch of wasted space. So I've been watching a lot of Sims 4 and I was thinking, what can I do to make the roof really work? And then I thought, well, in the Sims games, your roofing is actually its own thing. You actually have a ceiling, you know, a ceiling. You don't actually just have your roofing deals like this. You actually have like a ceiling above you, like in your real house. And then the roof sets on top of that. Oh, so I was thinking, okay, well, we could do that. We could put down like ceiling tiles to the ceiling tile things to make it work, the wooden quarter floors, the flooring stuff to make it look like a ceiling and stuff like that. Because there's no specific flat ceiling tile, we could just use it as our roof, and then we can kind of just join them together really quickly on top of the roof. But then I thought, well, let's make a defensive position. We have all this flat space up here. Let's get a let's get some stairs going up. Let's get some defensive positions, some more turrets up here. So it just blew my mind when I started thinking about that. So this was like a really big surprise to me how all this turned out. I was just going to make a nice base, but it kind of just flew together after a little bit. This was just awesome to figure out and get this like this here. You know, I was thinking about not needing a turret in like one of these and making it my own, but then I thought, well, we have the Firewatch towers specifically for this. Ow, that hurt. But we have the Firewatch towers, so we don't really need a place upstairs for us. We could have a chair up there so we could like acting like we have a lookout and stuff like that, but we don't really need that. And then we have the our main generator for our base. We have all this storage for if we want to just run out, grab stuff, come back, drop something off, and then we can go. Another thing we could do is we could just throw like, instead of taking those bags and selling them like I've been doing, we could just take those bags, put one of them in each of these, and act as like a drop-off point or something. Or we could have a bag in each vehicle, and when we fill up that bag in the vehicle, we come back, drop the vehicle off, go on to and have another vehicle, and things like that. Uh, Finding out the way to flip the stairs upside down was really fun. It took a pretty good bit of trial and error. We could flip it upside down, but then we were stopped at the top because we would just get stuck right here trying to get up this little lip. But then we just took a wooden quarter floor piece and kind of acted as a landing class, another stair. So that was really nice. Um, this is our crafting room. Got a couch in here in case we need to lay down and sleep. Another trash bin for everything. There wasn't really much to do off in here. Just put our crafting benches in this. We could actually probably shrink this by another wall, and everything would still fit in here if we wanted to make more room for our big room here. Then we have our like way to our dock. We have our fence outside going around. And then we have a path down to a dock here. So if they ever decide to add boats to the game that you can use, we have we have a dock ready. Place to go fishing and stuff like that. Oh, right. I was wondering why I couldn't run. I accidentally broke my leg. There we go. So we have this here. It's a nice place so if we ever had boats or something, we could have our own dock. We couldn't do it like a real dock. We just have to kind of build it out and kind of really pretend. Got a radio out here with a chair for our fishing needs. Got a tent for sleeping if we need to. Got some lights. Got a generator if we ever want to use it out here. And things like that. One thing we could do really quick, I totally forgot about that. That's why I was picking up those camping lanterns, is to put out there on the dock to finish it off. I have a bunch of them up here. I have 4 of them. I think that's enough to finish the thing off. Let's go check and see real quick. Place this right here in this corner. And I definitely wanted some right here at the beginning. There we go. That's pretty much it. Cool. I was able to finish off the dock. That's nice as well. This was a lot of trial and error right here. Getting the stairs just right so you could run up them was a lot. I had to move them a lot. Do be aware of that. You do have to move those things a lot to get them to line up properly, because you can't snap them into the ground. They snap on top of any type of flooring or foundation, flooring, deal like that. They'll just snap on top and go up like this here, kind of like this here. They don't snap down into the ground. So you have to disable snapping to get them to go in there correctly. Yeah. It just turned out really, really well, I feel. The fencing turned out great. I wish I could have been a little bit more oval shaped with it, but it is what it is. It went around decently. We got a nice front yard. One criticism I have is they don't have it like in some other games where the grass and stuff, the rocks and stuff will go underneath and disappear of anything you build. It removes trees and stuff, and I think it'll remove like rocks that you can break. It can remove trees because you can break them, but it doesn't remove things like the grass. So one thing you have to be aware of is when you're going to like build a garage or something like that, the vehicles can bottom out, so you still have to build low to the ground, so the the flowers, the grass, all that stuff is still going to poke through, unfortunately. It's just something you're going to have to deal with. Maybe they'll update the game to where it doesn't do that anymore. That's the only major gripe I had, really. As soon as I figured out how to do inside corners, that that gripe went away. Apparently, let's see if we can find something here. Do I have a corner piece to show you with? Yes, I do. Okay. So this is the wood roof corner. This is what you need to use to make inside corners. And I'll just show it off again. So basically what you do is you take it and you want to place it. And make sure disable snapping. So make sure disabling snapping so you can place it anywhere. Then you go to something and you push the R button, which is snap to ground. Snap build to ground. And it will do this. And it's now inside out. You put it on an angled piece and it will make an inside corner for you. It took me forever to figure this out. I was just starting to push buttons in frustration and notice that happened. So, and then you can do this as well. I don't know why you would want to do this right here, but you could do this as well if you just do it on a regular piece. You can snap it. I guess if you snap it off of the generator, it does this. Snapping it there gives you back your inside corner, so you can do it. And you can like turn it how you want. But you do have this angle. This is pretty much your angle right here for your inside piece. And also, no snapping. As soon as you turn snapping back on, Shift F, it will whenever you move over something, it will go back to what it's going to be. Normal roof corner piece. So yes, you do have to fiddle with things. Make sure you fiddle with things to make sure you get everything correct, you know. So yes, just fiddle with things until it fits. Basically, is what the thing seems to indicate right there for you. You can do various things. It just takes some fiddling. And my one of my biggest things is there's no depth. What you see is what you get when you have a piece. Let me see if I can. Let me grab like a wall piece here for you. So say we want to place this wall piece, but we want to place it in like, I don't know. We want to go all the way over and block this thing. Now, what you can do is you can do this. You can just walk up to it, of course. But if you're wanting to be very, very precise, this is like about as best you can do, really. You can't really do. You can't like. I can show you. I got a. Pick it up instead. I got a bunch of pieces down here I can show you. That's really, really hard on depth. Like these things here. They're meshed to each other because I just turned off snapping. See, only way I could actually get them to do things. All these pieces here that are overlapping. See how this one is just not completely correct? It's because I can't get the depth correct. I can't like, there's no control. If we go to place, there's no control over here to go in and out of depth. You can go up and down, like you can go vertical, but you can't go horizontal. You can't go that way. There's no fine control for that. There's no fine control for going left to right. You can't like, there's no fine controls really, except for going up and down. That's all you have is fine controls for height, but that's it. There's no fine controls for horizontally, and there's no fine controls for depth. I would really love them to add that to the game. Also, everything's wood. In the modular build system, everything is wood. There is no stone in there. While there is concrete and stone in the game, and you can make various things out of concrete, like a large concrete wall, there is no like modular version of these items. It's all wood. So unless you want to build with wood, you do have different wood though. You have horizontal wood and you have vertical wood, and that's it. You have horizontal slats on your walls or you have vertical slats on your walls. Up to you on that one. I'd say, I'm trying to see if I accidentally put any verticals down. I think I did in a couple of places. I don't know where they would be, though. I kind of remember placing down a couple in mistake, but I might have fixed those. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, all there is vertical and horizontal wood pieces, and it's always this color. There's no dyeing it. There's no different texture or anything. It always looks like this. which is fine if you want to build out of wood, but if you want to build out of stone or concrete or something, you're crap out of luck on that part, for at least for the modular build system. Um, they'll probably add others later, I'm guessing, but this is just a basic system right now. But yeah, those are my only criticisms with the building. Really, is removing grass and flowers and stuff as you place things down also needs to happen. You need a little bit more variety in the modular build system, like stone, concrete, stuff like that. Just metal would be nice, but I'm pretty sure that's coming in the future. And then, really, really desperately, I was wanting depth adjustment, fine depth adjustment, and fine horizontal adjustment. If I could have had a button I could push to do those things, to move things in smaller increments in those directions, I would have been a lot happier building. It would have been a lot easier to make things like this stairway, building the garage section would have been a lot easier, but it is what it is. It is in beta phase right now still, and they're working on various things. So, but yeah, the base this just came together so well. I just love this base. I love how it turned out and everything. Only thing is we didn't get to finish our little crate system here. Yeah, it would have been nice to get another one of these so I could build the whole big crate thing. Yeah, that is pretty much it. So what's going to go on in the future for Surrounded? Well, we got some things. They just released a kind of preview of the upcoming update for 0.8. So there's going to be an infection system. Zombies in different ways can now inflict the player with an infection. Will you be able to find the cure, find the medicine, hold it off, or succumb to the infection? It should also be stated that this is a system that can be turned off if you don't want it in your playthrough. A lot of systems can be turned off, like money for traders. If you want, you can just trade infinitely, or as it is default now, they have a limited amount of money. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be all zombies that can do this. I'm pretty sure it's going to be acidic, the zombies that explode, and the ones that are specifically labeled infected, maybe irradiated as well, but the base undead, I don't think will infect you. I don't think so, or maybe it'll be a small chance to. Bunkers are going to be remade. Complete new design and structure to them. All will be unique and expanded on lore for the game. If you wish, go back to season 1 of our first series on Surrounded. We lived in a bunker, so everything is going to be changed in those, it seems like. They are expanding the subway and sewer system. Some of the locations of these underground areas are way too small. These are going to be expanded. You can expect to see random events down there too. That's kind of why I'm holding off on doing the next series, at least until the new update for that is out. There's going to be new POIs. You can expect to see new POIs, including a lodge located near the river, and they show off a picture of it. It's a really nice looking wooden lodge type deal. More items, other pieces of content, quality of life changes, many bug fixes. What may be coming is a nuclear power plant POI. Work is still ongoing on the plant, and I hope I have it in players' hands soon. And then back-end animation systems armature. The armature of the player has been changed completely, and all animations are getting converted. New animations made and to be implemented, from actual bolt action animations, new melee animations, and more. So, and then after all of that, we'll be moving on to fleshing out, adding, and improving the quest system. That's one of the main things they're really wanting to get to. There's no like quest system right now to do anything. It's basically sandbox, but they do want to add a story, quest progression, things like that to the game, for people who like stuff like that, or you can just play it as sandbox. So yeah, that's what's coming up in 0.8 version of the game. So we probably won't be doing Surrounded again until the subway and sewer system update is going to happen. I'm not expecting that until like probably next year. I mean, it could happen like late this year, maybe December, but I'm not expecting anything until early next year. And even if it did come out, I would probably give it a little bit, give it a couple updates before I would start, playing down there in it and things like that. So it would probably be next year anyway, before I would play another series on Surrounded. Okay. I just can't believe it's done. this was this was really really fun doing this. I don't know if I want to do this again at any time soon because like I said, it took me a while to think of a lot of this, of how to get around a lot of this and things like that. It just took a while. But yeah. So, I'm going to save. Good to save game. That's it. All right. So, I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this series. I had a really big blast with this. Surrounded is a really fun game if you like these type of survivor games and stuff like that. It's like really fun. So, I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.